you're genuine, which you need to have for something like what you're doing with The Bachelorette.
Right.
I mean, in The Bachelor, because there's so much emotion going on. Now, I understand that we're still just talking in the real world about the toy department, right? But I mean, what happened with Becca was something that I use the phrase national kerfuffle, which you, as your horse racing days, point out to be a very good
Great horse name.
Right. That was based on what was going on with her last year. Now, who do you hear from personally when things like this go down?
Yeah, I mean, in Ari's particular instance, it was a few weeks after, I actually ran into him. I run into him from time to time. We're doing press or doing whatever, and I say, how you doing? And instead of the glowing, oh my gosh, Beck and I are great. We just can't get enough of each other. We're on our happy couple dates. There was the, every now and then he'd throw in, Beck is great, but I can't stop thinking about Lauren. I said, well, it was a bad breakup. I know it was tough on you, and, that'll subside, and, keep moving on, and you'll be good. Because I really thought he and Becca were doing good. And then it got to be more and more. And then a producer called and said, this is happening. But so to put this in real world perspective, this is my issue. I had 1 week set aside in my life that I blacked out this year, and that was to play in the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Do not call me. Do not mess with me. I don't ask for much.
Okay.
I'm off the radar. I get a call the day before I'm leaving. We need you next week. No, I'm teeing it up with Jason Day at the AT&T. Like, I don't care whose love life is on the line. That's not happening. They're like, and then they told me what happened. They were like, okay, so this is what's going down. Ari's having his date with Becca this weekend, and he's breaking off with her. And before all that happens, we need him to talk to you and discuss this. And I said, well, it's happening then tomorrow at my house, because then I'm leaving. And everyone can just deal with it. And
that's what happened.
And that's what happened. We shot at my house in my living room with Ari, and then I set him on his way. And then while I was teeing it up in Pebble, he was breaking up with Becca.
I thought you were going to say that it was on the 18th tee, that you're going to have that conversation for 10 minutes, and you'll be like, now watch me hit this shot.
Right, exactly.
And hit the ball. Chris Harrison here on the Rich Eisen Show. When Becca was given the Heisman, if you will, in the manner in which she was by Ari Lyondike Jr., that if I'm not mistaken, local politicians were threatening to ban Ari from entering the state.
Well, she's a Minnesota girl.
Right, so the Minnesota
billboards.
legislature
There
took
were billboards put up in Minnesota. Someone bought billboards, and it wasn't us. They thought it was us. It was not us. Keep out of here. You're not welcome here. And then, some politician it might have been the governor, I don't even know, but it went off on Ari and said he was no longer welcome in the state of Minnesota. And people get heated and fired up about this.
Well, now she's the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
So now she has the opportunity to, is it fair to say, turn a table? Because she doesn't seem to have that sort of gene.
I think what she has the ability to do now is have perspective. And she will get full perspective of and I will tell, because we're done filming, and so I won't give anything away. But
we're in the can?
We're in the can. We're done.
Okay.
This is done. We just wrapped about a week ago. And so I will say this, while she still doesn't appreciate how Ari handled this, and I'll admit Ari was a knucklehead and didn't handle it perfectly, but I think she appreciates what he went through. She definitely sympathizes with how that can happen. And look, we all have the propensity to love more than one person at a time. We often don't have that opportunity where you're dating 25 women at once or 25 men. But The Bachelor, obviously, and Bachelorette forces that situation. And so you do. You have that ability. And oftentimes, if you do your job as the Bachelor and Bachelorette, you're left with 4 or 5 great people that you're splitting hairs at the end of what separates them. And so I think she understands now, I see what happened. And she was very cognizant of that and very careful not to go down that road of saying to more than one person, I love you.
Okay, so this is going to run all the way through the summer, correct?
Yep, all the summer. Yeah, we start this Monday, Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So that you don't have any golf outing planned for September, do you? That could be in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Once the reveal takes place, Chris.
That's true. That's when I need to clear the deck.
I'm just trying to see if you're part of any Pro-Am in September, Labor Day sort of Pro-Am situation.
If there's any day off, That's
careful.
That's
you
where
got to
you
have
can
your head
find
on
me.
a swivel, man.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.